Okay. Yeah, I just recognized that I am not recording. This like 3 whole minutes and I wasn't recording. I was basically just talking to the camera like nothing. Oh god, no, I just said a whole bunch of good stuff and I wasn't recording. Yeah, that just made me mad. Okay, but anyways, well, this video is gonna be about short studs, but you're a tall femme. Okay, so I'm gonna say I'm a tall femme. And I've been through the situation before and I have dated short studs. And they said, oh yes, you're taller than me, but then sometimes there's gonna be a problem like with sex or kissing or anything or holding hands or like people looking at you weird. I say, if you think sex is gonna be a problem, like having sex with a tall girl is nothing wrong with that. Just whoever's more dominant is dominant. I say it kind of makes it more rougher or whatever or anything like that. But but on the basis of like, if you say that how people are gonna look at you. Like is gonna look regardless if you're short, the same height, boom to boom or boom to boom or whatever. Like if you're shorter, then but she's taller, or you're taller but she's shorter. Like I don't care. And it's like with a tall stud, I could just simply say that like she'll say oh. Like if she's above 6 feet and I'm 5'7", so she'd be like, oh, I like your height. So your height is just like recommended that you're an average height that I know I would like because like I've been with girls that's like 5'4" and it's like, oh my god, I gotta fucking stoop down to kiss her. But yeah, I would say, you know what, that made me feel good about myself. If you're taller than 6 feet, like or 6'1", or you're 6'2", or just 6 feet, and you say, you know what, you're 5'7", so you're a good height for me. That made me feel better. I give studs and a thumbs up for that. If you say that you're taller than me, but then 5'7" is a good height for you, I could say that's really good. So, but it's like that's coming from a tall stud's point of view. But from a short stud's point of view, they'll probably say, oh yes, you are taller than me, and it does feel weird and everything. It's gonna be something I'm gonna have to adapt and get used to. I understand that, because there probably is something you have to adapt and get to, because you're the tall fan, but then she's a short stud. Now, that's one of the issues that could happen in the gay relationships between the short studs and a tall fan. Now another one that could also possibly make it wrong. Damn, I mean I had it and I just lost it. Shit. Was that oh man. Well, it'll come back to me. Okay, but just like yeah. Oh wait, it did come back to me. Okay, just like one other thing is, don't make your tall femme feel bad about herself just because she's a little bit inches taller than you. I mean, you can make jokes out of it, but then it's only on a strictly basis that you're like playing around and joking around her and she's laughing with you too, and not just sitting there just like this, like, and like you're the only one laughing, because if she's not laughing, then she's upset. She's mad and that hurt her feelings. And yes, when I say I've been in a situation, my feelings have gotten hurt because I'm the taller femme, and I feel bad about myself sometimes when studs say like, "Damn, you're tall." I just be like, I mean, I know the obvious. I mean, I've been on Earth for 19 years, and I look in the mirror, and I've looked at myself, so I kind of recognize that, yes, I am tall. So, okay. I mean, but just don't make me feel bad about myself because I'm taller than you. And, like, a third thing that could also bother, like, short stud relationship, but then you're a tall femme relationships, is just, like, if if you're a short stud and you know you don't want to date a girl that's taller than you, but she likes you though, just tell her. Just be like, I'm sorry, but like you're really tall, and I would rather date a girl that's my height. Because if you know that you're gonna feel really uncomfortable with dating a tall femme, and you're just like 5'4", but you're like here and she's like up here. I mean, just tell her, but just try not to make her feel bad. But from a tall femme's point of view, I would probably still feel bad about it. I would say just like, well, damn, now you make me feel bad about myself and make me wish that I was shorter. But me trying to modify myself to being a shorter femme just to make you feel better would just make me feel bad. Like, why do I have to change myself just for you to be satisfied? I mean, if you can't take me for being a tall femme, then I'm sorry, then we just cannot be together. And that's just gonna make things go a whole different other path that I'm not really gonna get onto now, because we already know the topic of what I'm talking about. But if you're a short stud compared to a tall stud, You will make your girl that's like obviously shorter than you, like around 5'7" or 5'8", make her feel like she's okay. Like you don't have nothing to worry about because like your height is like compatible. You know, like she's here, but then you're like right here, so it's not that much space in between. You know, like the difference. But if you're like a short stud and she's a tall family, you're like this, then it's like, yeah, you see that whole empty space right there? Like, yeah, that's a lot of space. Like, don't make her feel bad just because she's taller than you. I mean, just try to make her understand how you feel, but just don't try to make her feel bad about herself in any type of way possible because she's taller than you. And the fourth thing is if you're playing around with your tall femme, like don't joke around and make her look like a fool in front of other people because you're taller than like she's taller than you, and you know that it's gonna hurt her feelings being toyed with you when you're like, let's just say like, for example, you're telling jokes and then you really start getting like a little too out of control with it, and she's sitting there just like this, like you're the only one laughing and but I'm not, so it's not really funny. And then, of course, you're going to make her feel bad about herself. You're going to make her feel like, well, damn, so this is how you really feel, and you're really joking about it in front of my face, but yeah, you don't notice that I'm not laughing and it's hurting my feelings. And then that's just going to start a problem. And possibly a fight that could lead to a breakup, but I ain't going there either. I'm going to stay on subject. But yeah, I already say I'm a tall fan. And if I like a tall stud and she don't like me, I'm going to say, okay, well, I understand that. And I'm going to just move on from the situation. I'm not going to feel bad. I mean, I probably feel like 2 or 3 or 5% bad about it. We're like, okay, well, I like her right now, but she doesn't like me because I'm taller than her. So I would understand. So I'd be like, okay, well, I understand your point of view, and I accept it. And she'll have to accept mine. Just simply, just like that. But yeah, that's how I feel on short studs and tall feminists. I have to say that right. I don't want to mix it up. But yeah, that's how I feel. So you can comment on this video or subscribe to me about anything. Hit up my inbox. Anyways, peace and love. I'm out of here.